Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marlu and this is Main Books, and today we're finally going to be doing a challenge again. I'm going to try to read 7 books in 7 days. It's crazy actually. I used to do some challenges here and there on this channel, but yeah, these are a lot more work and I felt like they were not really getting the love they deserved. So I've not been doing them in a while, but I thought maybe I have some new subscribers and you would like it. So if you want me to do more of these, please leave a like and a comment. If I see the appreciation, I feel more motivated to keep doing them. Yeah, so I am 7 books behind on my reading goal because I've been in a major depression, basically. I could say it's a reading slump. It's not really a reading slump. It's just like if you feel terrible, you cannot read. So now I'm 7 books behind on my reading goal. That is 100 books. So what is the game plan? I'm currently listening to the audiobook Before We Were Innocent. I think I have like 5.5 hours left. So that's good. That's only like a little less than 3 hours on 2 times speed. So that's cool. And I'm also reading Stargazer by Laurie Petru. This is a book less than 300 pages. So this could be finished today. Like, the sun is out. If I go full in, I could read this. I started yesterday. I'm on page 70. I could finish this. So we could do that. Then I picked some other books. I have The Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. This is a short book. It has less than 200 pages. We could easily read this in one day. Then I also have The Course of Love. I don't know if I'm gonna like this book. It's not like a book I've like been excited for. But it has 222 pages, so if it's a good book, I could finish it fast. So hopefully it's good. And then I also have Bad Blood, and this is the final book in the series, and it also comes with a novella, which means that Goodreads is going to count this as 2 books. So yeah, obviously I cannot finish this in one day, but when I do finish this book, it will count as 2 books. Like, I would say 1.5 because a novella is not a real book, but Goodreads will say it is, so that's fine with me. So, and also this is like YA thriller mystery, so it's easy to, easy to read, not a lot of brain power. So all my other books are a bit longer, but I'm just gonna see what else I want to read. I can read longer books, it's fine, it's just harder to reach the goal. And after I'm done with Before We Were Innocent, I'm gonna switch to another audiobook and I can just listen to that throughout other activities that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, 7 books in 7 days. Maybe it's crazy, maybe I cannot do it, but I would love that. I would love to end this video with a nice screenshot of Goodreads saying I'm on track, and then I have to keep it that way. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going for a run now, and then I'm gonna read in the sun, and hopefully that would be good. I could listen to my audiobook while I'm running. Is that a weird thing to do? I'm gonna give it a shot and I'm gonna see if it's something I'm digging or it's like I'm like not like doing it for me, because I do have to be like sort of like hyped to run. I have not run in a long time. Like I said, it's been a bad few weeks in which I could not do much. Like, I've been sick as well, so there were a million reasons not to run. And now the reason not to run is that I'm scared that I'm back where I started. I'm still coughing. It's like I'm kind of scared, but I'm just gonna do it. The sun is out. Everything is going to be fine. The reading in the sun is not happening. So I took my run in the sun. It was great. I listened to the audiobook and now this is going on. Can you hear it? It's crazy. So I'm just gonna read in my bed, but I thought I would give you an update on Before We Were Innocent. So it's about our main character, Bess, follows 2 storylines. One when she was a teenager and she was friends with Jody and Evangeline, and then something happens to Evangeline in that storyline, and then we're in the now where they're adults and Jody comes looking for Bess and she's involved in something and Bess gets sucked into that as well, and you're just kind of like following that. And yeah, it's enjoyable. It's not, I don't have much to say about it yet. I have like less than 5 hours to go, so I guess I have to see where it's going. Don't think it's gonna be one of my favorite books, but it's enjoyable. Now I'm going to continue with Stargazer. This story follows two girls who go to college together, and they're both from like old money, and one of them, her mother is a famous fashion designer, and the other one isn't. And it's about their pretty intense like friendship, and well, I'm only at the beginning, so I don't know that much yet, but yeah, it's just kind of following their lives, their friendship, the things they're doing with each other, and also pieces of their past when they were like teenagers, living next to each other, and their brothers and their family dynamics and stuff like that. 7 books in 7 days. I got to do this. It's the next morning. I just finished Stargazer. I stayed up until 2 a.m. reading most of it. I had like 40 pages left for this morning, but I just needed to sleep, so I just finished it. And I really enjoyed it. Friendship, like a really intense friendship, and you're like reading this book and you're like, I mean, I'm like, wow, I really want this in my life. And then at some point you're like, wow, this would kill me, this kind of friendship. What the hell? So yeah, I just would love to talk about things that happen in this book, but I can't because I don't want to spoil it, so I won't be doing that. But this is my cup of tea. I like these kind of stories about this is girl friendship, and it's scary, messy, but so intriguing to read about, so interesting. And I also just love that they're both into the arts. So like Diana is very athletic, but also a painter, a really good one. And then Aurel is more of a reader and someone who likes to write. So I don't know, just really spoke to me. And also it's like at the end of the 90s, so I kind of like that vibe as well, like no cell phone and stuff like that. I do recommend it. I wanted to read this because I saw this on TikToks about like should you read this weird book girl recommendations, and they all said yes to this one, and I'm really glad I read it. This is my thing. So yeah, first book of the challenge finished, 6 to go, 6 days left to finish 6 books. We got this. I'll come back with you when I start reading something again. Much time. I need to leave to meet my cast for drinks, but yeah, I started reading Bad Blood, and I also listened to Before We Understood a bit while I was getting ready, so that's great. I read up until page 128, so it flew by. I cannot tell you what happens in this book because it's the 4th book in the series, but this book is about a group of teenagers who get chosen by the FBI to help them with unsolved cases, and you have our few main characters, and they have like friendships and relationships and whatnot, and it's about serial killers and stuff, and it's just enjoyable, YA, fun, fast-paced, everything you could want. So yeah, I'm this far into the book, and I think the book is up until here, I guess. So yeah, having a good time. Now I have to leave, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day. Today I've been reading a lot. I have read up until page 265 of Bad Blood, and I've also been listening to Before We Were Innocent. I have like less than 1 hour of like my reading speed left, so hopefully I can finish it tonight. I'm about to leave for rehearsal, so I'm not sure I can read more, because sometimes after rehearsals I'm just tired and I just want to lay in bed and watch a show. But I would love to be able to finish this book, or at least the audiobook today, because then I finished a book and then we're closer to the goal. But yeah, I've been flying through it, as you can see. So hopefully I have energy left to read, but I'm happy that I read a lot today. So yeah, I probably won't do an update tonight, so I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day. I just finished Before We Were Innocent. I had like an hour or something left from yesterday, so I went through pretty quickly, and I liked it. The ending was exciting, like things were unraveling and stuff, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So I didn't talk much about this book, but basically our main character has kind of been isolating herself since what happened when they were teenagers, and then her friend comes find her because she needs her help, and then she gets back into it again, and it's a lot about what happened in their teenage years, and also, you know, involvement with the police and stuff happening with her friend. So yeah, it's just kind of like a mystery. Is it a mystery? It's thrillery. It's like, I'm not sure. What am I even saying? So yeah, that was an enjoyable read. And then I've also been reading Bad Blood. I'm currently at page 3 to 6, so I'm almost finished. So I'll be finishing this today, and I think I will also be finishing the novella after that, which would mean I finished 3 books today. And that would be great because I'm 4 books out of the way with only 3 left, so that would be great. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I'm finished with Bad Blood. Okay, so it's evening, so I'm sorry for the terrible lighting. This afternoon I finished Bad Blood, and this evening I finished 12, which is the novella at the end. I must say I don't love reading the novella right after. When I read a series, like after a book, I'm kind of done with it for a while, so having to push through that novella was like, oh. But I liked the novella because it was short. So yeah, the 4th book, I enjoyed it, but like with this whole series, it feels very unrealistic and a little bit like they just try to like plot twist you and stuff, and it's just kind of unrealistic, but it's enjoyable, and I liked the little novella at the end. It was fine. I'm glad the series are over. It feels good. It feels like an accomplishment to finish a series, so I'm glad that I chose this book because it is very easy to read and it doesn't take as much brain power, which is great. So now we finished 4 books, which means we only have 3 to go. That is great. I am not sure I'm gonna start another book tonight because I finished 3 books today. Like, maybe I don't wanna, but yeah, I have an option for the audiobook of Exalted. Is that what's called? Which is a book by Anna Dorn, and she wrote Perfume and Pain, which I really love. And this one is kind of about like astrology. It's also not that long, so I think that could be a fun read to get through quickly. And then maybe I also want to start the Graveyard Shift, the short one. So I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna do that tonight, or maybe I'm not gonna read anymore today. That could very well be. But yeah, lots of reading today. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. 4 down, 3 to go. I got this. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day. Last night I started and finished Graveyard Shift by Emma Rio. It was really funny. I didn't think I was gonna read, but it was great. This book is about insomnia, and this helped me fall asleep really fast. So, life hack: read before you go to bed instead of being on your phone. Which is like, even they say it in this book, but as like a joke. It's like, it doesn't fix insomnia. As for me, it was like, well, it does help me. Maybe I should start doing it. But yeah, my bookmark is still in it because it has the first chapter of Hot Wax in here, which is Emma Rio's newest book, which I'm really excited about because it's about music. So I'm very excited to read that. It is available as an audiobook, but I just want to have the book because I think I'm gonna love it, and then I prefer to read it physically. But yeah, this book is like a little over 100 pages, so it was great to read it. I gave If We Were Villains 5 stars, and I wanted to read this book. I've not heard many good things about it, and I think most complaints were about that it's so short. And I was reading it and I was enjoying it, and I was like, I don't get why people don't like it. And then it was over and I was like, okay, maybe I get it, because it is good, but it's just resolved really quick because it's only 100 pages and you just gotta want more. But I think that's a good thing, right? When a book is over, you're like, well, I wish there was more to it. So yeah, this book is about a group of people who meet at night at the graveyard to just smoke. And then one night something changes, something is different about the graveyard, and they're gonna like investigating it together. And the whole book is one night. And there were some good quotes in it, and it's a character-driven book, even though there's a plot. So I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it could have been a full-on novel. Maybe, I don't know. I think you don't want to read 300 pages of one night. I think that would also be too much. But yeah, she writes in the author's note that she was writing 2 books at the same time. By the way, I'm saying she, I'm just imagining that this is a woman, but I actually don't know for sure if she is. But yeah, she was working on Hot Wax as well, and that's a full-on novel, so I feel like maybe she didn't want this book to be long because she was already working on another book at the same time, so maybe that's it. So yeah, I do recommend this. This is an interesting little book, and this means I finished 5 books now, so I only have 2 to go. I have an appointment soon, so maybe I'll just decide after that appointment what I want to read, because right now I'm just looking at the books. I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now, so I think I'm just gonna come back to you later and tell you what I'm reading, or I'll start the audiobook of Exalted. And yeah, I'll be back. But we only have 2 books left to read, and the 7 days are not over, so I think we're actually gonna make it. That's crazy. I love this for me. Hello, it's evening now, and I've just been reading or listening to Exalted by Anna Dorn all day, and I finished it. So we finished another book. It's going great. I was not feeling well, so I didn't do any updates, but it was really nice to just listen to this book. I don't know how she does it. Like, she is just so good at like writing these incredible, questionable, unlikable women in a very fun way. So this book is about our 2 main characters that don't know each other, and you switch timelines, and it's based around astrology. So you have this one main character, Emily, and she has an Instagram page about astrology, like making memes and stuff. It's just good quotes, like funny things in it. I like it. And then we have this other person, that's Fawn. She's a little bit older, and she loves the page, and she has issues, and Emily also has issues. And yeah, it's just kind of about their lives and their messy dating lives, and about astrology. There was one part in the book where our astrologist like totally bashes astrology, and I was like, why would you do that? The only people who could like tolerate and enjoy this book are people who love astrology, because it's like mentioned with everything. And for me, it's very fun because I just know stuff. So for me, it's very funny and like relatable. One thing, not like they said like Leo and Aquarius were a perfect match, and I was like, what? As an Aquarius, get these Leos away from me. I don't look down on Leos. Let's just say that. I don't think we're a perfect match. Let's just say that. But other than that, a lot of things were, you know, well thought out. So yeah, I just had a lot of fun with it because it was very unhinged and funny, and a lot of astrology talk, which I love. And yeah, it was an enjoyable read. I normally don't binge an audiobook like that, but it was good. It was good. It was just me being able to lay in bed all day and play silly games on my phone while listening to an audiobook. That's what I needed. I couldn't have done anything else. So yeah, maybe later today I'll start another book. If I do, I'll let you know, but I'm not sure. We only have 1 book left, and we completed the fucking challenge, and it's not even the end of the 7 days yet. That's crazy. Yeah, I've just been lucky with like a clear schedule and a good drive to read. It's been crazy. If I keep this shit up, I can read so many books. I go well with obsession, apparently. Like, give me a challenge and I'll just read. I'll just read. Like, I just need a fixation. So yeah, this has been crazy, but it's been a great distraction, because while you're reading, it's really hard to think about other things, and it's a well construction. So I'll be back to you if I start reading something else, or I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day. I had therapy and then I did some retail therapy, so I'll do a little haul for you in a second, but first I want to talk about heft. My mom gave this book to me. It's like a secondhand book, and she put it somewhere and I saw it. My mom doesn't read English books, she reads Dutch books. And I saw Liz Moore and I was like, oh my god, is that for me? And she was like, yeah. So Liz Moore wrote The God of the Woods, which is an amazing, I don't know if it's a thriller, mystery type of book that like won the Good Reader Awards. And that was great. And I saw her name and I was like, oh, fantastic. So last night I just started reading it and I read up until 100 pages. This book is about Arthur, and he has obese and he hasn't left his house in years because he's ashamed and yeah, stuff like that. So that's pretty sad. But then he comes back in contact with a woman who he had a long-term like friends maybe more thing with, but mostly at the end of it was just like exchanging letters. And then one day she calls him and she's like, you need to help my son. And then he's trying to, you know, get himself together, like clean his house, like hire a cleaner to get everything like ready for her and her son to come meet him after all these years. So I think this is going to be a very heartwarming book about like found family and stuff. A very different genre from the other book, but her writing is just so good. Like I read this until I went to sleep, and then I couldn't sleep because I was so inspired to write myself. So this challenge is doing me so well because it's keeping me inspired. Also, it inspired me to go to the thrift store today to look for books, and it was great. So I also bought a CD, a Kate Bush CD. I have a car that has a CD player, so whenever like commercials are on, I switch to the CD, which means sometimes I'm listening to the same CD for months, and that's kind of annoying. And also I had like these CDs in my car. Like the last one I had was like K3, like the newer one. Like this won't make any sense to you if you're not Dutch or Flemish, but yeah, whenever people got in my car and I switched it when the commercials came on, they're like, what? So now we have Kate Bush, which I think is a really good vibe for driving, and also good if you have a car accident and you hear babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. Anyways, I bought 5 books. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, this thrift store has a English book section, which is amazing. Like most thrift stores don't have that, and it's sad. My eyes landed immediately on this book that I have had on my wish list for so long. It's Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. It looks a little bit used, but yeah. So this is about a woman who is a pilot. That doesn't interest me much. But then a Hollywood starlet needs to play her in a movie, and that part intrigues me. So yeah, I'm hoping it kind of reads like a Taylor Jenkins Reid kind of book. What, this is a fat book. What is in here? What? Wait. Someone has a book club with this book. There are questions about the book. I see Thursday, Sophia. Thank you for inviting me. So yeah, this book does look a little bit beat up, and it is quite a big one as well. I didn't really think about. It's almost 600 pages. Excuse me? Hello? Reading slump speaking. Okay, I'm still excited for it. But this, I didn't know that. I could have seen it, but it didn't register with me. Then I saw a Lisa Jewell book. This is The House We Grew Up In. Lisa Jewell is from, what is it called? Something with the Truth? Okay, anyways, this book is a bit beat up as well. I think she's the author of the book I'm talking about. You know, the one with the lying and in the podcast. I love that one. So this is quite a small book, which is not my preferred size, but anyways, you know, a fun thriller. What could go wrong? Then I picked up Hippie. This is the author of The Alchemist. I've seen that book a lot of times. I've never read it. The thing is, I do feel a certain pull towards hippies. Realistically, probably I would not vibe with them because I have very high sensitivity for all things, especially for smell and sounds and light, as you can see. Like, you still see, well, my eyes are blue. Anyways, I do not like people who don't shower and don't use deodorant. Please use deodorant. Anyways, why are we going with this? Anyways, I like the 70s vibes. I like the 70s music. I like 70s fashion. And just the whole vibe of like no government, liberal, don't shave, don't wear bras, just be you, just make music in the grass. I know it's more than that. I know that. But yeah, I thought it did speak to me enough. So we'll see if this is gonna be my thing. Also, one of the main characters is a Dutch woman in her 20s. So that's me, right? So I didn't even talk about what these books were about. Anyways, this book is about Paulo. He's a skinny Brazilian and he is learning about himself by exploring the world. So he goes everywhere and then meets Carla in the Netherlands and they're gonna travel together. We'll see. And this book is about the perfect family and something happens and then they cannot talk about it. So the family is shattered and then they have to move back into the house where they grew up in and they have to confront what really took place. So there's that. Then I picked up Look Alive Out There by Sloane Crossley. It says essays. I'm normally not a big fan of short stories, but I thought I could give this a try. Maybe there's something in there for me. I think it's gonna be a little bit like Weird Girl vibes. So we'll see. We'll see if I like this. And then the last book is Sour Heart by Jenny Zhang. This is also a story collection, and this is about the immigrant experience in America as a Chinese American girl. I was like doubting that I was gonna like this. I have that with a lot of books that like set place in like earlier times because sometimes I just don't really care about the past. Come at me for liking brain rot in books. Anyways, so we'll see if I can deal with this. But at least it's not that long. I'm gonna clean this because it feels sticky. But I like the cover. Like, looking at it, I'm like, that's a vibe. Don't know if it's the vibe that I like, but sure. Yeah, I'll definitely try to read some more of this book as well today. And I've just discovered I love reading before bed. It's great. Who would have thought that if you're not on your phone before bed, but actually like reading a book, you would fall asleep? Who would have thought? Not me. It works. It works. This is really great. It was great to be at first store again. Get so many books. I hope I like them. Like, for me, I was allowed to buy more books because I've been reading so many books, so I could pile up on my TBR. So yeah, I'll be back when I have an update for you. This is an interesting angle. Yeah, so I did my first one while listening to Blob, so I started a new book. I am enjoying it so far. It's just kind of weird girl vibes. It's about a girl and she's kind of like not good at having friends and stuff, and she's working a job and it's like, no, she's not the best at it.
and she sees like this blobfish and she decides to take it home. So yeah, it's weird. So it was nice to have a little mindless activity. Like from afar, I think it's very cute. Up close, I'm like, well, you can see that I'm not a good colorist, but from a distance, I think it looks good. And it was just very fun to do, and I did have the right colors for the right things, so they did a good job on that. Like I tried to do some shading, like here and there, and you can see it. So I think this is a skill you could master. But yeah, it's not my calling. It's just for fun, and I think it could be fun to put this in my journal and maybe make a spread about things I like to eat. Because I do eat noodles every lunch, almost every lunch. I'm obsessed with noodles. So yeah, and she's very happy. This is me with good food, so we could use this for our journal spread. So yeah, it's evening now, so I think I'm gonna read heft some more, or maybe oh, I thought about cleaning my room last night. I was like, tomorrow I have to do that. I'm currently kind of out of energy because I kind of like an intensive day, I guess. So I just feel a bit tired, but I have my coffee here, so maybe after I drink that I'll be fine. And then I'm gonna see what I'm in the mood for. But if I'm gonna clean my room like I want to, like just remember that I wanted to do that, I could listen to Blob. I think tomorrow marks the 7th day, so yeah, I've like up until tomorrow to finish the last book, so that will be fine either way. Maybe I can even finish 2. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. I don't have plans tomorrow, so I should have time for it. I'll keep you updated. Update: I cleaned in silence like a sociopath. I got rid of 31 paper blocks. Like, I'm sick. I used to be a minimalist, and then I know what happened. My shop happened, and I was like, with everything I buy, it's like I can make a product out of this. Yeah, and you end up with so much paper and so little customers. So I'm happy that I got this done, but I'm just sick by the amount of stuff I own. I hate it, but I'm a hobby girl, so this is just gonna happen from time to time. So I didn't read because I was focusing on the task itself, which is good. So I didn't read. So maybe tonight I'll get back into heft, but for now I just need to relax. Like, this was a very intense decluttering session. Holy shit. See you later. Hello, it's day 7, and today I finished Blob. I was listening to the audiobook and I finished it, so that means we did it. We read, well, I read 7 books in 7 days, and round of applause. Like, when I started this challenge, I honestly thought I was not going to be able to do it. So, you know, that's a good reflection on how I see myself. Anyways, I'm gonna come back in the clip after this. I'm gonna talk about all the books. Right now, I'm not at home, also not in the mood to do it, but we did it. We completed the challenge. We did. I'm in shock. So, Blob. I should talk about it. So yeah, it's about this girl. She finds a blobfish, takes it home. It becomes some sort of like Brad Pitt kind of person. It doesn't make much sense, but it was fun, and I think it's yeah, the character's like scared of, you know, people leaving her, and honestly it's relatable. And if I would find a blob and it would turn into a man, I would like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna look for blobs now because I mean, I've read the book, so I won't say if it's a happy ending or not, but like, maybe it's not the right call. Anyways, I'll see you in the next clip where I talk about all the books, but we did it. We did it. Great. That's great. Hi, I'm back to talk about all the books that I read in this video. We did it. I'm super happy about it. So, yeah, I'm not gonna give my like reviews and everything. I'll save that for the wrap up.
Yeah, we started with Stargazer. I really enjoyed this. I like my word girl addiction, obsession books. Uh, just good vibes. I enjoyed it. Then I finished Before We Were Innocent. I was already quite far into this book, so I didn't read it in a full, but yeah, that was enjoyable too. I don't think it's a must read. I wouldn't have read it on paper. It was good that it was an audiobook. It had some like twists and turns, but mostly it felt like you're reading a story, you already know what's happening. But that wasn't entirely true. But yeah, it was fun, enjoyable. Then I read Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the fourth book, so the last book in this series. And with this, it is a good time. You're just in it and out of it super quick, which is cool and fun. You know the characters, you know what they're all about. But it's a bit of a gimmick. You know, these people are very, a little bit one dimensional. The things that happen are quite unrealistic. But I think this is really fun. Like, I could imagine like starting reading books like this when you're like a teenager, and it's great to do that instead of go full into the thrillers where really bad shit happens. Like, bad shit happens in here, but it's not as detailed, I guess. So yeah, I finished the series. We love that. And then of course at the end there is the novella 12 that I read, and it was fun. It was just a quick story about one of the cold cases that they solved, like something happening with that. And you got like little dives into all of the naturals backstory, and also where they are now, because since this is jumped a bit into the future where they are finally like grown-ups, so they did try to like change them a bit so they're not the same as the teenagers. So I think that is fun. Overall enjoyable series, but I don't think they're perfect like some people talk about them like it's the best thing ever written. I don't think that, but it's a fun series. Then I read Graveyard Shift by Emma Rio. I thought it was a bit short, could have been bigger, but it was very enjoyable. Read it all in one sitting at night. It was great, very funny. This book starts with a little something about insomnia and night terrors, and it's like, wow, relatable. And then I fell asleep right after reading this book, so it solved it for me. Maybe it could do the same for you. She just writes in a very nice way about character. You just get sucked in the story right away, and yeah, I enjoyed this for what it was. Then I listened to the audiobook of Exalted by Emma Dorn. This was such a crazy ride and such an astrology book that I love. Also some hate about astrology, which is like, I get it, I get it. I understand the nuance, and I understand putting nuance in this book because you don't want people to be like, oh, I could do whatever I want because of my chart. So I get it. But yeah, it was a really fun time. I just love her books because it's so chaotic. It's just like, it's kind of like brain rot in her books is a thing. Not in like a cringy way, but it's just brain rot, and I love that. I miss me some brain rot when I read like different type of books. I just want to laugh and have a good time. And I have with her books, and I saw that she has a new book coming out. It's called something like American Secrets. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna be reading that. Watch out for that. And then I read Blob by Maggie. I don't have it here, so I don't know, Maggie something. And that was a really quick book. Like, it felt really quick. That was nice. So yeah, about this girl who finds a blob and it turns into a man. Is that spoiler? I'm not sure. It was okay. Like, it was fun. I understand it. I understand the book. Again, type of book, like it as an audiobook, would have not read it physically, which is great. I love that there's like a difference in that, so I can just read more books because not everything is worth buying and like reading for hours, and then an audiobook is just something you can put on while doing something else, so you don't have to invest as much in it, if that makes sense. I finished Hebt yesterday, so I thought I should talk about it. I was a little bit disappointed by it because I was reading it, I was really into it. I was like, wow, this is gonna be so cute, found family, heartwarming, I'm gonna cry. And then the whole book, I was expecting something to happen and it didn't really happen like I thought it would. Just I kind of felt like the whole book I was like waiting for this one moment, and that moment never came. So I don't know if that's on me for expecting that, or the book set you up for that, and this was the whole point, that you were gonna like have to wait for that to happen for it not to really happen. You know what I mean? Still, it was enjoyable right until the end, because at the end I was like, what, why does it end here? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super happy that I did the challenge. I would love to show you a screenshot of it saying like you're on track, but obviously I'm not on track because I started this challenge when I was 7 books behind. And even when I finished the first book, it just switched right back to 7 books behind, because you know time goes on even when you read. So I'm not on track even though I did the challenge. But yeah, since I'm not doing the challenge anymore, I'm still reading a lot, so I'm sure I can make up for it. Maybe if this video does well and you guys like it, I can do another challenge, because I've noticed it works, it helps, and I've never read this much in a short time, and it's great. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see different videos. I could do maybe a TBR video or a recommendation video, or just like challenges, like whatever you would like to see from me. I can do that, maybe, possibly. And yeah, check my description for my other channel, social media, everything, and my Vinted if you want to shop my books. Definitely let me know you're from my channel and I'll give you some freebies. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to see you next time.